Werewolf here. This document by MrBeast is some Sun Tzu Art of War material for generations Millennial and Alpha and Z. Generations that are in desperate need of guidance that we're not getting much of. It matters not whether Beast is guilty of the charges or not. Still read this document. And I want to focus on one of the major aspects of his success here as outlined, which is also one of the most invisible aspects, communication. Communication in the path to getting the results that you want is essential. For example, say you plan a video, or you're making a film, or planning some sort of event, or whatever, at a location that you want to use. But at the last minute, the property owner changes his mind, and this loss is detrimental to whatever you had planned. Beast emphasizes here what he defines as the higher forms of communication for the most important aspects he calls the crucial components of his videos. To secure these, to almost guarantee someone won't drop out at the last minute, he says, do not text. Do not send a text message. Instead, meet with the person in real life. Beast says, know when to meet in real life, when to call, when to text. Let's say your office runs out of toilet paper. A simple text is fine for that, and actually appropriate because that's going to save you a lot of time for the crucial components that you really need to focus on. The more complex what needs to be done, the higher the level of communication required. I would like to add something here. When you show up in person, it makes much more of an imprint on the person you want to negotiate with's mind. You can use the way that you dress, how you present yourself, to your advantage, to be professional, to be respectful. Things that are difficult to convey over the phone and even lost entirely in an email or a text message. By contrast, a lot of Millennial, Gen Z, and now Gen Alpha have been wired to do the exact opposite in their approach. Anxiety being the biggest threat, most likely combined with growing up with iPhones being shoved in front of them and becoming addicted to smartphones, have conditioned them in the long run towards this end. It's not uncommon to hide behind a text message these days. I know some Gen Z who are afraid to even make a phone call, and I've even met a few who have never made a phone call in their entire life. I also run into, across the board of generations, people who seemingly want to partake in some elaborate project, but never follow through with their communication, even in a professional setting, and even their voicemail doesn't have their name on it, it's just the number they called. So I'm not even sure if I've called the right person, and that influences the voicemail that I'm leaving, So then I just text, which Beast says you're not supposed to do for really important things. Look, there's a lot more I can say, and I highly recommend this. It's emphasis on communication, it's emphasis on being obsessed with what you're doing to every detail, to never let your project have an opportunity to fail so long as you can help it. And now, I haven't looked into the allegations on Beast. This wouldn't be the first time someone has made false allegations that have been amplified on the internet, destroying or severely damaging someone's reputation, only to be debunked 6 months later, but at great expense. Check out my video on Michael Crichton's novel Disclosure. He provides a blueprint on how this is done. But then again, if he is guilty, I do hope that he sees the fullest consequences for his actions and his participation therein. Some of the lesser allegations that he's a bad influence, that he's selfish, that he cheats his videos, those allegations are nothing compared to some of the stuff I've seen and probably some of the stuff you've seen. In the influencer sphere, a few I remember are a kid setting off fireworks in his room, another guy accidentally sets off a riot in Union Station in New York City when he promises a free PlayStation giveaway. A guy crashes his small biplane for views and then gets fined by the FFA. The one chip challenge, someone died in that. The Tide Pod challenge. There's the ice cream licking challenge right before the COVID thing. Some chick selling her bathwater. Again, pathogens everywhere. And some of these things, probably a lot forgot about. And I don't spend all day on these things, so probably some worse stuff that seemingly goes unpunished or unresponded to. Well, hey, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I want to build following and life, liberty, and the pursuit of...